fundamental root of this is men are terrified by women.
So they are emasculated, are they, by women? That's what we do to them.
It isn't what women do to men. It is something more fundamental than that, Chrissy. So around 15 years ago, I went to a seminar up in London at a Lacanian centre. And somebody called Jean-Jacques Bernstein from Paris came over. And he was talking about Lacan's idea from Freud that men think of themselves through their genitals, okay, which is the penis and the phallus. And so men actually think like that. And Bernstein made this incredible comment, and he said, that's why men are dickheads. Okay? Now, I took that away as something way more profound than men being dickheads. What it told me was that women can give birth to children. Men will never do that. Women have a relationship with the earth and with cooking in their stereotypes. Men rarely do. Men don't have a fundamental relationship with life. They have short, shriveled phalluses for most of the time. They can't experience sexual pleasure like women can. They are inferior. They can't give birth to a child. They don't know what giving birth to life means. Men, psychologically and biologically, do not have a relationship with life. That's why they are terrified of women. It's not about emasculation. It's about the fundamental biological, psychological makeup of men. They are terrified. They are inferior species.
Hello fam, how are you all doing? I hope you all are good. Let's have a look at the comment section. This explains everything. This is why they created patriarchy. Explains so much. Thanks for sharing. I totally agree, but I do know that many of these concepts could be properly taught to men, or men could teach themselves if they really tried. I've been saying this for years. To go deeper, men are innately scared of women because we can do everything they can do, but they can't do everything we can do. That is grow and birth life. They are inferior species. That's why the patriarchy is here. I've always said that men have an ingrained jealousy towards women's ability to give birth. Men cannot understand love, so they react negatively to it because they don't think they deserve it. Women are life givers and men are life takers, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Women pour into you and men are leeches by nature. I have been preaching this to any friend who will listen. Men are terrified of women's ability to create and sustain life. Womb envy theory, the origin of misogyny. They are not inferior by nature, but most men have strayed so far from their real purpose, which is to be sons of God, made in his image. This person is being religious. The patriarchy system conditions men to disconnect from their own core understanding and connection to nature order of matriarchal system. That's why men are so obsessed with playing God. Can't you see how they are fighting so hard to be women now? I'm not surprised. Men are biologically hardwired to share their body with another organism that will feed off it. That's why they can't empathize or handle pain. They are jealous of the power of women giving birth just because they can't. As a woman, we intuitively know this. That's why we always warn each other that men think with their small heads. Of course, he's scared of women. Look at him. He looks like a lesbian man, but yet is sim. Men created other problems in the world, from war, religion, abuse to political corruption. Almost every problem in this world was and is created by men. Men are attracted to women, but they don't like us.
Who the heck taught us that the sperm does so much when it does so absolutely little? Mind-blowing facts about the sperm versus the egg. Are you ready to have your mind freaking blown? Why is there this idea that it's the sperm that turns into a human? Like a lot of people make the joke, I was the sperm that won. Did you know the sperm does 1% of the whole job of creating the human? The egg does 99% of the entire job. So it's not about the hundreds of millions of sperm, it's about the one egg. The egg is the one. The egg is 8,000 times larger than the sperm in volume. 99.99% of all the volume of the whole entire creation of the human was from the egg. The real contribution of what a sperm does is it gives 50% of the DNA and 23 of the 46 chromosomes. So it shouldn't be undermined, it's an important role. But the egg does 99.9% of everything. Here's an analogy for how much the egg does versus how much the sperm does. The egg and the sperm came together and each drew up the blueprint of the human together. And then the egg hired all the workers, all the materials, created the whole construction site, made sure everything happened the way that it needed to happen. Essentially, the only part that the sperm played was talking about how the human was going to be created at the beginning. And then the whole execution, 99.9% of everything else, was done by the egg. Here's some stuff you don't know about that the egg does. The egg contains the entire cytoplasm, which is all of the machinery, the nutrients, and the organelles that kick off the development. And get this, you know how the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell? All of your mitochondria comes from the egg. All of it. 0% of your mitochondria, the powerhouse, comes from the sperm. So the powerhouse of the cell comes strictly from mother and not at all from father. Also, the epigenetic and developmental influence comes almost strictly from the mother, very minorly from the father or the sperm. So never think you were the sperm that won the race. Think that you were the egg that is the powerhouse of everything. You came from woman mostly. So now that you understand you were mostly the egg, put this into consideration. The egg that was later to become you was sitting in your mother's ovaries her entire life. So while your mother was a baby infant in the womb of your grandmother, the egg was sitting in there. So you were part of the experience of your grandmother going through pregnancy, and you were part of the experience of your mother's whole life, losing her virginity, her first car, her first day of school, everything she ever experienced, being in the womb, you were there the whole time. Mothers and women are extraordinary, and they are the larger part of creation. We need to love them, respect them, and treat them well. Blessings.
I will always and forever advise women to stay away from broke, struggling men, like that ass. Two of the most terrifying things in this world is a man that ain't got shit to lose and a man that ain't got no money. They mad at everybody. They're always mad, frustrated, and ready to crash the fuck out. And who they think they're gonna do it to? Yo ass. I don't trust a broke nigga my damn self, so what the fuck? They ain't gonna do shit but tear you down to ask for handouts, and it's gonna be nothing but a big fucking headache. Unless you trying to recreate Baby Boy and be the next event, you better not go for that shit. I'm telling you.
Every time I talk to married men, they're trying to convince me not to get married. How is it that you have the woman of your dreams, but you convincing other men not to get married? Most men that's married don't want to be married, or they got married for the wrong reasons. They didn't get married because they genuinely wanted to. They got married because they just thought that was just the next steps that they were supposed to do. And then every time we have a conversation, they're trying to push me away from marriage. And then they're surprised by my response because I'm heavy on I want to get married. I'm heavy on men being married. Only if these men's wives knew how they was talking about marriage behind their backs.
The major reason why a lot of men lie to women is because a lot of men fear dealing with an honest woman. Case in point, a man will come into a woman's life and play good guy and kind of string her along. And the reason why he won't tell her, you know what? I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm not looking for a marriage. I know you relationship minded. I know you marriage minded, but that's just not what I'm looking for at this time. Look, I want to enjoy my women from time to time. Every now and then, I just want to come back and get with you so we can do our thing. A lot of men don't want to tell a woman the truth because he fears an honest woman. There are women out here that will say, whew, you don't want a relationship either? Cool. You can do your thing with your women over there, and I'm going to do my thing with the men that I have options with. A lot of men can't handle that. A lot of men can't handle that. That's why a lot of men lie, because a lot of men can't handle an honest woman. See, men can't take what they dish out. See, a lot of men, they want to be the captain of the ship. They want to be in control over everything. I want to be the one to leave you on ice. I want to be the one to have you attached to me and I'm not attached to you. I'm afraid of your honesty. A lot of men operate like this. So that's why I tell a lot of women, if a man ain't committed to you and if a man ain't state his place on what his intentions are with you within 3 months, of y'all being around, associated with each other, get the hell out of there. Because the type of man that I just kind of broke down, I just described, chances are you're dealing with a man like that. He cares about you. He likes you, but he does not care about you, and he don't like you enough to where he'll commit to you. And they'll have a demonic ego that won't allow you to move on when they know that there's marriage-minded men out there that will come along and marry you. His ego won't be able to handle that. So that's why I try to tell a lot of women, when you're dealing with a man that's playing with you, playing with your time, get out of there. Because when you deal with a man and you tailor make fit yourself to a man that's not willing to tailor make himself for you and fit to you, it ruins your aura. It ruins your wifely energy to where a man that's marriage minded won't be able to identify you. Get out of there.
Let's have a look at the comments. My mama always said, people lie for two reasons. Because they have something to lose or gain. Yeah, I just dated someone for 9 months, talked about marriage, met his kids, the whole 9 years. He had always been clear and never played games till then, only for him to end it by saying something is missing. I figured when he figures out what that something is, then I will be what's missing for good. God's plan for me does not include confusion. Interesting. They are not confused. They know what you're doing. Yep, 100%. Then when you let them go, they come back and it's way too late. It's not fun when they can't lie and manipulate. That's why they won't just hire sex workers. Yeah, she's basically saying that men enjoy manipulating women and lying to women. That's true. If a man tells you the truth, they do not want a woman that has the same energy. They want a loyal woman. That is the truth. A cheating man cannot stand a cheating woman, a cheating partner, a cheating wife. It's okay for him to cheat, but the moment he realizes that a woman is cheating back, he cannot take it. He can't take it. I told mine that he was not going to use my body while he was searching for the love of his life. He got mad, but I don't care. I'm not playing and I'm not sharing, so bye. Exactly. Date with purpose. Do not allow anyone steal your time and block traffic for someone that wants to be there. Intuition, don't lie. 100%. They want to be the woman's only option because they don't want to compete with another man for the woman's attention. True talk. I was dating a guy I've known for a couple of years as an acquaintance, and he was trying to make time for me. We decided we were going to date exclusively, and then behind my back he was telling people that I was clingy and he wasn't actually with me, and that we went out and I showed him a different side of me. But then to me he was acting like everything was the same. Psycho and insane to me. Men are humans. You see the way you can have a female friend hate you, envy you, talk behind you, gossip about you. Men also have such tendency. I don't know why the society makes women think men are special beings. Men are different. Men are not capable of what a lot of humans do. Figure what I mean? Men gossip, men lie, men backbite. They are capable of doing all that. So don't think because you're in a relationship with a man means he cannot do all that. He's got that tendency. He can be dating you and be lying about you behind you. Exactly. I like being single. A lot of older women like myself has been there, done that. We are not looking for a relationship either. LOL. Pay attention to your intuition. It never lies. And they get old and end up all by themselves, or have someone they really don't want because they let that good one get away. I needed to hear this. I just left him after wasting 5 years with him. He never even made me a girlfriend. What? It's crazy. Here is a story of a lady that caught her husband cheating. According to her, he made her feel so comfortable. He never made her suspect his moves. He never gave her clues that he might be cheating on her. He was comfortable leaving his phone around. To her not knowing, he was playing games. He had other women he was dating. Let's hear her full story.
I accidentally caught my husband cheating on me. It was an accident. I was not looking for it. I did not want to see it. Nothing. So it was Super Bowl Sunday and we were having a Super Bowl party at our house. And we were using his phone to play music. Now, he never hid his phone from me. He never I was never suspicious. I didn't look through it. I did not think this was happening. And he gave me his phone to change the music. He would never be scared either. Like, you know how sometimes you get a guy's phone and if they're a cheater, they start freaking out or hover over your shoulder or you know they're cheating. Like by just asking for it. Well, he never did that, ever. So I get the phone and I go to change the music. And this message comes up from this girl on Facebook Messenger. And I was like, that's weird. Why is some girl messaging him? So I'm a little nosy and I'll wander off into the abyss if you let me. And so I did. I went and clicked on the message and I go to Facebook and the message is gone. And I'm like, that's weird. And then I continue, I'm like, whatever, I don't know what it was, whatever. I continue to go through the music playlist, and again, a message pops up. It says there's a photo. So I go to click on it again, and again, it's gone. And I'm like, he's over playing with his family, his friends, whatever. And I'm like, that's weird. Still not really thinking anything, but I'm like, maybe if I refresh, maybe if I log in and log out and log back in, maybe it'll show. So I didn't think he would mind either, because he would never care about me looking at anything. I wasn't restricted at all. And so I log out and go to log back in, and there's 2 profiles. 2. So I log into the other one, and there the messages were from the girls. This is how bad he covered himself. So when they would message him, he would message them back, and then he would delete it as they would send the messages. So I only saw the messages that he hadn't seen yet. I didn't say a word. I did not say a word. I waited, and I logged out. I didn't say anything. I waited for him to get his phone. Then went back and got the phone again to see, and he deleted messages again. But he sent her a message because another message came through. And I got to the point to where I actually figured out the password. So then when he left the house one day, I logged in. I ran out of time. But what I did was I waited till he left the house. I logged in, and he told me he was going to go drop something off with somebody, and I had his location also. So just because somebody gives you their location, their password, everything, does not mean a thing. And I'm going to tell you another story after this, but I had his location. I'm watching him. He said he's going to go drop something off. Tells me where he's going and everything. The message comes in from this girl. She says, just text me when you're outside. Then he messages her when he's outside. Mind you, I'm watching this happen. I'm watching it on Facebook Messenger because I'm logged in and he's also logged in. So I'm watching the messages come through, delete, but I'm reading them. And she's like, text me when you're outside. And he's like, hey, I'm here. She's like, okay, just come in. The messages stopped for about 45 minutes. 45 minutes, I'm pacing around my house. I don't want to stop him because I want to know if you're going to do it. I don't want you to just not do it because I have a leash on you, or I have you in a cage and I'm stopping you, or because you were interrupted. I want you to not do it because you love me that much to not do it. So I let him. And for 45 minutes, he was in this girl's house. He leaves, texts her, that was the best I've ever had. And then he comes home and he's like, hey, baby. Mind you, I was in the closet on the floor grabbing my stomach crying. I got myself together and acted like nothing. He comes in the house. He's like, hey, baby, gives me a kiss on the cheek and acts like absolutely nothing happened. That was probably the hardest thing I've had to do, like as a woman, to watch and allow your man to be with another woman and you just do nothing about it. But I did make a plan to leave, and I did leave him. I divorced him. Right after that, I had to kind of get a plan together. If you know my situation, you know why. But I left him. I divorced him. But I just wanted to share this because just because you have all of these things and they do all of this, and I'm not saying this to make anybody paranoid because there are so many good men out there.
Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to like and subscribe for your tutorial, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks for your support.